Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Pro Wrestling Society podcast. It's with disappointment and just straight up bad mood kind of deal that El Mesias, aka Mil Muertes, aka Ricky Banderas, has quit AAA. And this is a pretty big loss, especially if you're a fan of Lucha Underground. You may have known him from Lucha Underground. So I'm pretty disappointed at this. You can read more about it in the news below. I posted a link to the full story, and I actually watched the video of him actually stating he's retiring from AAA. And I actually translated it so people could understand his exact words, although it's a pretty rough translation. I'm still working on that. um, but yeah, he's basically what happened was, according to him, Dorian Roldan and him have been having problems in the past 4 years. With creative, he says he's been doing his best, and the company wants him to lose. So he's been upset with that, and among other things. Till finally he had enough of it and left, pretty much. And when he actually told him, "I'm leaving," they thought he was joking, which made him even more pissed off. And then he just, to prove he was serious about it, he went public with it. He actually showed that he was serious about quitting. And then I think Dorian Roldan got pissed off, and when asked about his time in Lucha Underground, El Mesias said that he was not going to, probably was not going to be on the show anymore, because Dorian Roldan said that he was going to throw him out of Lucha Underground, that he could only work at AAA if he wanted to be at Lucha Underground or make any money, and he was going to threaten him to basically ban him from other promoters, basically ruin his reputation. A lot of drama, but Ricky Banderas said that he remains hopeful. I mean, if the opportunity comes up for him to basically get back in Lucha Underground, he's gonna take it, and I hope he does, because it's a pretty big loss for, he was one of the major stars of the show, and I'd hate to see him just walk out like that. Put up some amazing matches throughout his whole career. With starting with, like, I think TNA, as Judas Mesias, AAA, XPW, I think, or was it I think, or either that or Pro Wrestling Society X. A whole bunch of other companies. It's just, he's been around the world, and so, and Lucha, especially Lucha Underground, he's put up some of the most epic matches you could possibly think of. Well loved as a heel. Well, not, I mean, a face. Sorry about that. Hated as a heel. He could play both roles, like I said before. So I don't know how much of an impact this is going to have on the whole show. But I know that it's a if he doesn't show up on season 4, it's probably going to be a big loss. Um, Especially for me, it's like, God dang, he's gone. Like I don't know if I can even continue watching the show. Um, but it is what it is. So wow, I don't know. I don't know how the show is gonna compensate for him or what they're gonna do next. But I hope they have, I hope they can get him on because I really want to see what goes down. Um, with uh, and they have Puma gone. I think they have a bunch of people gone, and now they're trying to like find new people. I don't know. The good news is I heard uh, Jack Swagger is coming to Lucha Underground. Now I can't reveal the exact name um, that he'll be under, but he's probably coming. I mean, I don't know how much of an impact he'll make either. Um, because I mean, no disrespect. But okay. First of all, he's a great wrestler. I mean, he's a great heel. Um, awesome heel. Like when I watched his stuff in WWE, ECW, I watched one promo with him and Tommy Dreamer, and wow, mad disrespectful, mad disrespectful. I think I mentioned it before. He was, he was dissing his, going over through his legacy and dissing him and dissing his family and dissing his kids, everybody. He didn't hold anything back. He was just straight up just trying to provoke him to attack it. And it looked pretty legit, the stuff he said. It was just way out of line. So I think he'd be a great addition if done right. Um, as a watching the show for a while, I do appreciate how they have this sort of American versus Mexican wrestlers theme going on, and with the Mexican wrestlers as the faces and the Americans as the heels. And I think that's pretty nice for a change because I'm tired of seeing American wrestlers as the heroes and whatnot. And not that I have a problem with that, but I'd like to see it change for once, creatively come up with some new interpretation for once. Um, so it's quite possible that Jack Swagger might fit into that theme or that type of environment. Um, but like I said in my other episodes, I think that there's some wrestlers in Lucha Underground that shouldn't be there, like the Mac. I really don't think he should be there because I think he's a kind of he's a likable face. I'll give him that, but he's just sucks. Honestly, his wrestling sucks. I mean, the only good match he had was with Johnny Mundo at the very end. That was exciting. But other than that, I just couldn't vibe with him. Like especially when I mentioned him taking the Stone Cold Stunner and using it as his own. I wasn't a big fan of that. Um, so I mean, I don't really know um, if the new guys and the guys that are bringing in Lucha Underground if they're gonna cut it. Because season 3 to me was kind of iffy. It was kind of uh, it's like what is this? Like the show was so strong in seasons 1 and 2, and once you hit season 3, it's going a little bit downhill, and till it just dies. It seems like it's dying, but then at the very end, like at the very last episode, it gets on fire again. Like it's starts getting hype again, and um, so I really hope that Lucha Underground season 4 uh, goes all out like they did in seasons 1 and 2. I really hope that um, they step up their game and bring try to do their best, because season, like, I don't know, storylines seem all over the place, and I think I'd hate to see a good show end on a bad note. I'd rather it end on no note or a good note. Even if I think if season 2 was the last season I of Lucha Underground, period, I'd be okay with that. I'd rather have good seasons and bad seasons, and then a good season at the end of that. I mean, uh, of course, there are exceptions to every rule, but that's just me. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like this video, donate if you want, subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep you posted. All right.